So I finally had a chance to look at the detailed CFTC brief, and it is not good for MyForexFunds and the prop trading industry as a whole. Some of their allegations are directed at MyForexFunds or Traders Global specific actions, but others are practices that many prop trading firms could be guilty of. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 8 reasons why, and now I've read through the whole thing, it's 8 why U.S. regulators, the CFTC, shut down MyForexFunds, and the 5 things that you can do to protect yourself. And this is very important. To be clear, I am not a legal expert, and none of this constitutes legal opinion. All of it is my own opinion and interpretation of the CFTC notice. So make sure you read through it yourself. I've included the link in the description below for the full CFTC notice. I know it feels very doom and gloom right now for prop traders. Let's be fair, there's no official judgment yet on MyForexFunds. All of this could still work out in their favor, or they could be fined and forced to make changes and be allowed to resume operations, continue payouts, or they could be completely put out of business in the US and Canada permanently. Either way, I can't see this resolving itself quickly. So don't expect a payout if you're a MyForexFunds customer anytime soon. It is time instead to start thinking about Plan B. Examining each of the CFTC allegations will help us understand what prop firms need to do to survive this shakeout. Here's what we do know from the CFTC document. From November 2021 to the present, Traders Global Group, or MyForexFunds, has had more than 135,000 customers. Of these customers, 24,000 had live accounts, which means about 17% of traders managed to pass the challenges. And of that, fewer than 100 had a single trade sent through to the third-party provider or dealer through straight-through processing, or STP for short, earning MyForexFunds $310 million in fees between this time and $172 million in net income. So there are 2 primary allegations, and CFTC believes that MyForexFunds lie when they say that they make money when customers make money. Instead, they argue that Traders Global loses money when customers make money. What I find really interesting is that they actually describe Traders Global's operations as a Ponzi scheme. On page 3 of the first paragraph of the CFTC doc, which we'll go to now, Traders Global pays customers who trade successfully, but substantially all the payments come from fees made by other customers in a manner similar to a Ponzi scheme, and not from the proceeds of profitable trading against liquidity providers. This is the tricky part for the industry. We know that not all prop firms straight through process the successful traders right away, and instead will oftentimes pay their successful traders from their own capital generated by the fees of others traders taking the challenges. Is that a Ponzi scheme? It certainly appears to be the stance that the CFTC is taking. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below how you feel about this and whether you think this act is a Ponzi scheme. Now let's go to page 26 of CFTC document, where U.S. regulators outline the 8 reasons why they shut down MyForexFunds. So, number 1, making false and misleading statements that customers receive live funds to trade against third-party liquidity providers, when in reality, Traders Global and MyForexFunds is the counterparty to substantially all customer trades. So, they were not sending most of the transactions live or demo to the liquidity provider. It was basically 100 out of 24,000 live accounts that had at least one trade that was sent through straight through processing. And then number 2, making false and misleading statements that Traders Global makes money when customers make money and loses money when customers lose money, and that your success is our business, because in reality, Traders Global actually loses money when customers make money, and they employ various devices to actually reduce the likelihood of or amount of profitable trading in their customers. So what they're basically alleging is that take a whole bunch of steps to cause you to fail or to reduce your chance of success, and that they don't just make money when you make money. They also make money when you lose money. Number 3, making false and misleading statements that Trader Global pays a customer a percentage of his trading profits, when in fact those payments come from the fees paid by other customers. So this is maybe related to segregation of accounts, or this could be a technicality where they say if you made $100, they're not actually taking $70 of those dollars and giving it to you and keeping 30 and keeping that in a separate pot. Instead, maybe it's all mixed up into one pot, and then most of the fees are actually coming from the payment of challenges that other customers have, which is what they describe as a Ponzi scheme. Number 4, making false and misleading statements that the drawdown limit is meant to be good for you, to enforce good trading habits and lock in profits, when the CFTC argues that this is in fact a limit designed to provide traders global with a bad faith justification to terminate your account, as a reason to terminate your account that you hit your drawdown, and that it's not, a rule to protect you, but a rule to hurt you. Number 5, failing to disclose that commissions are assessed by Traders Global, not a third-party provider, and intended to reduce account equity. So basically, they're not telling you that commissions are happening and that it is not being charged by the broker, but by them. Number 6, failing to disclose that Trader Global uses specialized software to reduce the likelihood of or amount of profitable trading by customers through the application of delay and slippage to electronic trading environment that they control. So this is really the nastiest part, that they're actually actively using software to delay your trades, to basically cause you to have a poor execution and make less money, and maybe even cause you to be stopped out and hit your drawdown limits. Number 6, failing to disclose that only a very small number of customers whose orders are executed through a third-party provider, i.e. the dealer, were being STP, were expected to and did trade unprofitably, or less profitably than when they were on Traders Global as a counterparty to those customers. And number 8, failing to disclose that Traders Global imposes artificial spreads on prices visible. So they wrapped an additional spread that on what was visible through the straight through processing from the broker, resulting in customers getting worse prices for the execution than what they would receive in Trader Global MyForexFunds from the dealer, and basically reducing the amount of any profits owed to Traders Global by Traders Global to the customer. So these are the 8 things that they have basically used as reasons to shut down MyForexFunds. But it actually gets a little uglier than that, and it gets a little bit more specific, because on page 21, they say right at the top, slip them to hell. They pointed out a number of communications via email and text messages between Trader Global employee A and a third-party technology advisor on how to reduce the winnings of profitable traders, which I really don't like. And here they say specifically, let me see if I can find this. I think we need another profile just for these accounts. Just slip them like hell. And the advisor subsequently added the request to the profile, because these customers were winning too much. And there's a whole bunch of examples that the CFTC gives. So now, what can you do to protect yourself? So the first thing that you can do is to diversify your prop firms. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket and trade with one prop firm. There are hundreds of them around the world in different jurisdictions. The second thing is to withdraw your money regularly to make sure your profits aren't locked up at that one firm. This one's tricky because many of the firms have a 30-day or monthly withdrawal rule. Not all of them, but many of them. So there's a limit on how often you get paid out. I know that. So I would rather have 5 accounts with 5 prop firms than 5 accounts with 1 prop firm, because trading with more than 1 prop firm helps you avoid your profits getting locked up. Number 3, buy smaller challenges in the 10,000 range maybe, so that your loss is capped, and focus on developing your trading skills. Number 4, make the purchases on a credit card so that you have the opportunity to ask for a chargeback for the card. I haven't tried this, but you might have a good argument by sending them over the CFTC notice, or anyone that comes thereafter. Number 5, trade with private capital. Look at prop challenges as learning vehicles and use the skills that you've learned to trade private capital, your own capital, or the capital investors. Prop firms need to work harder at keeping the game fair and clean. You'll see a lot of them start opening offshore offices, but I'm hoping that the CFTC action pushes them all in the right direction with spreads as well as slippage. Margins are fat in this business. According to the doc, 50% for MyForexFunds. Prop firms give up some so more of your traders can win. If you enjoyed this video, take 2 minutes to like and subscribe for more trading tips, and I will see you next time.